Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of Walk and Talk with Yann. As you might see today, I'm not really walking, it's only about talking. But I felt like I wanted to do another Walk and Talk episode again because it's been quite a while. And I wasn't really sure if I should continue it because I was now doing the Ask Yan podcast, the Yan Jira show, another podcast. But I figured that it might make a lot of sense because not only will I be able to talk, but I would also be able to exercise a bit and walk around a bit. But this time it didn't really work out because I'm here in Hanoi and I was walking around a bit close to the lake, but it was so much noise. There were so many motorbikes. It was impossible to really record an episode. So I decided to go with this view because the rooftop of the place that I'm staying at because that was the only place where there were no motorbikes, where there was not too much noise. So I'll be walking around a bit so you can and also show you like the view currently. So what you're seeing here is not really downtown Hanoi, but it's Hanoi in Vietnam. So, and what I want to talk about today, this walk and talk episode is something that I've been recently talking about and writing about quite a lot. It's the personal growth porn. Because what I feel what's happening right now is that there's almost everybody on almost every platform is talking about how to improve this, how to become a better XYZ, how to like even like 50 websites to become a genius and all that kind of stuff. And what this does is that pretty much like all the kids out there or all younger folks, um, like in their 20s or like whatever, they post questions and questions that make me feel like a lot of people are doubt about them, what they're able to do. Like, how do I stop wasting time in my 20s? How do I make sure in my 20s that I do the right thing? How do I not feel like a failure in my 20s? And I guess, like one of the reasons why this is happening is that we're constantly exposed to blog posts, books by people that want to help us to grow as a person, but what most of these people want actually is their bank account to grow. So why most of these people are writing all of this stuff is because they know that you're gonna click on it, and they know that they might end up making money. And I'm not saying that I'm any different. I'm probably also part of the problem. But I think what we have to realize is and to understand is that just by reading books, by reading content, by reading blogs, you will most probably not grow as a person. The only way to really grow as a person is to experience things, to get out there, to get away from reading books, blogs, and all that kind of stuff. It's really about getting out there. It's about getting your heart broken. It's about getting about failing at starting a company. It's about going over to the guy at the bar and getting rejected. Um, it's pretty much about getting out there and starting your own, shooting your own movie instead of or writing your own script instead of just like reading other people's script and what they tell you to do. And I also think that growth, you cannot grow like all the time. You also need some time to rest. Like just like a tree just only grows for a certain amount of time, and at one point it stops, right? At one point it rests. At one point it starts planting seeds instead of growing. And I think that's also like that's a good metaphor to also use for us. I think at one point we have to just sit back, relax, and give ourselves some time to think about all the stuff that happened because um, what's going on right now also a lot of times with me is that I just whenever I have a second I feel like, oh, I have to read this, I have to read that book, I have to improve myself. But I think like the only way to really improve yourself is to give yourself some time, give your brain some time to rest, your mind some time to rest and think about and process all of the things that you consumed, all of the stuff that happened. So I guess at the end of the day, this personal growth porn won't help you to get anywhere. It will actually only help you to not grow as a person because you'll be stuck reading stuff. You'll be stuck consuming all sorts of things instead of experiencing things. So, like my last advice is really to get out there, to experience as much as possible and get away from your screen. Stop watching my movie, my video. Stop reading my blog posts. Get out there and write your own stories, shoot your own videos, and put them out there and share your experiences with the world. But if you don't experience anything, you will never be able to share anything, and you will never be able to grow as a person. All right, folks. I know that was kind of a rough episode, but I just had to get it out there, and I hope. And let me know if I should continue the walk and talk. I mean, preferably next time with a more walk instead of just me talking again. And just shoot me an email or send me a message on Facebook. Comment below if you have any questions. Just let me know, and I'm more than happy to answer it. All right, folks, that's it for this time. I hope to see you next time as well. All right, bye bye.